So today I heard that the gentleman who I'm going to say accidentally unalived the black gentleman on the train in New York is going to be convicted of a crime. And that don't sit well with me at all. This is coming from New York, the place where they want to take away people's guns because they don't want anyone to be able to defend themselves. That's the way I see it, at least. I mean, like, their excuses for taking away people's guns are like, oh, we want to stop shooting, we want to stop crime, we want to stop all these people hurting other people. But then you have this guy on a subway train threatening to hurt other people and saying that specifically he doesn't care about other people. He doesn't care if he goes to jail. He doesn't care about other people's lives. Now, it's a travesty what happened. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Any person who dies in this world is sad. It really is sad to me. All of these mass shootings that happen, it does hit me it hits me in my soft spot. I don't like it. It's not cool. But at the same time, I'm not a complete maniac and I want to take away everyone's right to defend themselves from these people who are, in fact, insane. Like, no right person in their right mind goes out and commits these atrocities. But when there is people like that in the world who do that, the only thing that stops them is another good person with a weapon. Period. Every time. And this conviction on this man who accidentally killed the guy who was, you know, making threatening words and motions and just acting crazy. He was restrained. And not only that guy was the one restraining him, there was three other guys who were of mixed races. So I can't be convinced that it was a racist issue, especially when everyone on that train was feeling uncomfortable with this guy threatening them. Especially given the point that this man had a long, lengthy jail record. And I'm not one to judge someone on their jail record because I have one myself. And I'll tell you what, I'm not exactly proud of a lot of the stuff that I've done in my life. And I try to make those learning points so that I can keep continuing on in life and try and do better. Um, what I don't do is go out and threaten strangers, though. That's not really a cool thing. Uh, but the thing is, I just don't agree with the system that they're trying to set up in New York, where if a man is acting violent towards someone and you physically restrain them from doing it, how that's a crime. Yes, the man died, and yes, it is sad. But the thing is that he kind of brought it upon himself at that moment. If he had not gone that route to try and harm other human beings in this world, I do believe that he would still be alive. And the thing is that this takes away the principal idea of good people that they want to help people. Like, even with my lengthy arrest record, I still have a soft spot for people. I still want to help them. I've been homeless, I've been there, and I feel really bad about people who are homeless up to a point. Only the people that, like, they have no choice. They were forced in a bad spot. I was forced in a bad spot. I made myself homeless on purpose to get away from the bad stuff that I was involved in. And I became a stronger person because of that. I didn't ask for help. I didn't let people know I was home. I had a job. I worked in a hospital remodeling it, and nobody knew that I was homeless for almost the whole time I was there. The only reason why they even found out is because I got caught using the shower there, which is what I was doing. I slept in my car at a truck stop, and I took a shower at the hospital, and I got caught one time, and that was it. I don't know if you know anything about working in a hospital, but it's just like any other form of society. Word gets around, and it gets around fast. Now, the thing is that when everyone found out that I was homeless, everybody in that hospital wanted to help me. They wanted to give me a place to stay. They tried to give me money. And the thing is, though, is I'd already been working there for about 8 months, and I'd almost saved up enough cash to get myself restarted again, to get a new apartment, to figure out where I was going in life at that point. And I'll be honest, there were moments where it was hopeless. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was kind of apprehensive of the future. And I fell into this thing that I describe as a well. I fell to the bottom of this well, and it's filled with water. And there's only one thing you can do. You got to get out of the well, or you will drown. And so I made my effort to get out of the well. And there were times where I slipped, and I fell back to the bottom, or I've fallen halfway, whatever. At this point in my life, I do feel like I'm out of that well, and I keep on distancing myself from that well. I don't want to go back to that dark, miserable place. I don't want that for anyone. Nobody should have to go through that. But if they do go through it, I want them to come out and see the light, breathe in the fresh air, feel green grass underneath your feet. I want you to enjoy what life we have. As far as we know, this is kind of the only one we have. And, acting crazy towards other people, it's not right. But that said, you only have one life that we know of. I'm not the religious sort of type. I do kind of believe a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Spiritual wise, I do believe that spirituality is a big thing. But I do also believe in perseverance. I also believe in defending yourself. And so I am full-on supporter of the 2A. I believe that everyone should have the opportunity to defend themselves against anybody else. And the thing about this New York thing that really drives it home is the people who are convicting this man for defending himself and others on this train from a madman. He was mad. He was yelling at people. I would consider that a madman. I think that he went through the proper steps to try and diffuse the situation, and it went the wrong way. And I'm saddened by that. But at the same time, this is the kind of situations where these people on the far left are saying that they don't need cops for. They want people to self-govern themselves while they have this huge government breathing down their necks. And it's hypocrisy at its finest. They don't want people to be able to defend themselves. And they don't want police to come in and try and handle these situations, to try and disperse the situation. What do they want? What do you actually want? What is it? Do you want me to just get my butt kicked? Is that what it is? You want me to die? Is that what it is? You want me to get harmed to the point where I'm not a thing in this earth anymore? Because I have to tell you, it's just my natural instincts as a person to want to survive, to want to live. And you're not going to take that away from me. I don't care who you are. So, with that said, I think we just need to help each other out a little bit more. Quit being so judgy. And, lay off the drugs. Seriously. If you can't handle it, stay off the drugs. It goes for alcohol. It goes for cigarettes. It goes for any kind of vice. Chocolate, sugar, whatever, anything that makes you want to feel like you need it, like you can't live without it. Because I'll tell you what you can't live without. You can't live without blood inside of your veins. You cannot live without air in your lungs. You cannot live without water. That's basically it. You need food too, of course. How you nourish yourself is up to you. I don't care if you're a vegan. I don't care if you're a meat eater. Me personally, I've been eating a whole lot of steaks lately because I'm kind of afraid that at some point that is going to be turned off. They keep on talking about taking our cows away. Cows are being bred to be eaten. Sorry, that's just how it works. I don't necessarily agree with slaughterhouses for the most part. I don't agree with corporate farms that pile up like 500 chickens in like a little spot and then they just take them for all the eggs that they got. I don't like that idea either. I'm not really fully on board with the whole organic thing either. Because what? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm getting too far. That's another video altogether. Uh all I'm saying is you can't stop people from defending themselves. And if you live in a place where this is happening, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, LA, you get the gist, you get it. All of these far left safe havens that are just falling apart, you got to get out of it. You can't expect the system to change for the righteous. You can't expect it to change for the logical. It's not going that way. And I don't know why. I mean, like, I have some ideas, but the thing is, I can't really talk about it on YouTube because I might get censored out about it. But I want you all to see that these are the problems. I want you to see that these are the problem spots. I want you to get out of these areas. And if you are like a hardcore conservative, you should just go to a red state and strengthen that spot and hold on to it for all that's worth. My own state right now, Nevada, it's getting massively invaded by Californians. And life here is just becoming so difficult and just so unsavory. It's just the level of degree that these people from California act, how they drive, how they treat other people. It's utmostly despicable. They just are just not pleasant people. And I can't understand how how these people even are able to stay in the same area with each other in the same breathing room. Like, they are so freaking annoying. How do they all get along? I don't really get that. Usually when people are like that, they don't get along. I don't know. It's, like I said, I have my own ideas, but I'm not going to say anything right now. And I think it's time to wrap this up. Thank you for making it this far, if you made it this far. Please just stop the craziness, stop the madness. Treat people right. That's all we should be able to do. That's all we want to do. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to die. Have a good night.